Hi, you guys, this is Nisha. So today's episode, we are talking about overcoming anxiety with joy. I got 4 tips for you today, and I hope you enjoy them. I'll see you on the other side. I am Nisha Weston from The Nisha Weston, where I'm promoting family, femininity, and tradition. Okay, all right. So in this series, we're talking about overcoming stress. In this session, we're talking about anxiety. Okay, so we're just going to kind of touch on a few things about anxiety. So we're overcoming anxiety with joy. Overcome anxiety with joy. So I'm going to touch on this today and how we can be more joyful instead of being down in the dumps, instead of getting mad at ourselves, getting mad at our other situations, and also maintaining that femininity, because we want to maintain that femininity at all costs, because our country is doing different things, and we want to stay calm, stay logical, and stay focused on what we need to, because we as women, we bring up the morality, okay? That's what we do. We're the lovers and loving and nurturers. Men love as well, but we're like the nurturers in the home. So before I go further, I just wanted to remind you to like, subscribe, and ring the bell on my channel. I really would appreciate that. And also follow me on social media at The Nisha Weston. So be sure to do that for me. I would really appreciate that. So let's begin. So as a feminine woman, there are times in life when we feel bad things happen. Okay, bad things are going to happen, and we create the most profound darkness or anxiety that we've experienced. So we have to replace those things. So if you're like going in one direction and you see that, let me see if this is, I'm thinking I'm a little crooked there. Okay. Oh no. Okay. I think we'll go with that. So I may have to, I don't know. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I think we got it. So, there are times in life when we feel, like darkness. So if there's darkness that we see, we can replace that with something else. So if you're like losing weight, you want to replace that like with the right diet and exercise. If you want like nicer friends or friends that can relate to you, then you go after friends who you have things in common with that you can have a great time with. The same way with other relationships, the same way with employment. If you're in something that you don't like, then go after that other thing, because we owe it to ourselves. We don't owe it to other people. We owe it to ourselves to go after what's right for us, because what's right for that person down the street is not right for you. So it's all about the feminine woman, because you're listening to this channel and listening to me go live, my live stream and my classes. That is what your gain is. That's what your goal is to go after the more femininity, more feminine lifestyle. And so once you do those things, you can draw closer to your natural state of being feminine, and that is what we're going for. Okay, so the key to us is to identify other things that bring you this joy and this peace, because you want that inner joy, that inner peace, that can infiltrate those dark places, those dark places that take you to that anxiety, and you want to be free of that. You want to be free of that. So the first thing I always talk about, the first thing that I always talk about is we have to get over, we have to forgive. We have to forgive. So before any of these things happen, we have to forgive. We have to get rid of hatred. We have to get rid of gossip. We're getting rid of gossip, and we're not angry, because all of those things can bring on all these different mental things, emotional things, health wise. And you don't want that. You don't need that. And if you discard all of that, you have to be sure to replace it with other things. So these tips can bring out that darkness, which will lead to that anxiety. So this things that you want to try. These are strategies. These are tips to bring in that joy and usher out that darkness that will lead to anxiety. Okay, so find something new to do. Remember, I said we have to be active in life. We have to do things. So I told you one of my people that I used to work with, he was like, busy hands are happy hands. So when you're busy doing things, when you're busy being positive, when you're busy being uplifting yourself, your family, your community, those are things that will bring happiness and joy to you and then get rid of the darkness. Okay. So sometimes doing something new is what you need to take your mind off of things that will bring you down, that will bring you that darkness. Find something new to do for a living, find something new active wise. There are so many different things that you can do that will bring you something. There's so many different, you can like start a business, or you can like find another career. You can find another trade that can take like maybe a few months to even learn, or just do something as you go. I just saw, it was something that, this lady, she was just got into furniture. So she just redoes furniture, like take off the old things that's the furniture refinishing. So furniture refinisher. So she'll take off the old, sand it, and then paint it with like new paint or wood coating or something. There's so many things. There's so many things that you can do. Career wise, you're something that you just enjoy doing can turn into a career. Music, I love hearing the piano in songs. Oh wow, I hear that piano in the background. People love to hear musical instruments. Hey, whatever it is that you find yourself that you like to do, you can just say, okay, let me try this. Will that work? If I try this, and you may not even be able to afford it all, but you can like look at a class online to learn how to do something. Okay, try your hand at a new hobby. You may want to do something that's like more daredevilish, skydive or something like that. Okay, so there's so many things to get your mind off of like whatever you think that your current issue is, your current situation is. Number 2 is to enjoy the company of others. I'm telling you, getting that vibe and that feel of having another person in your life, or spending time with company, it's a wonderful thing. Just fellowshipping, just fellowship. You just enjoy just talking, chit-chatting, whatever the fellas, whatever they do, because they like the camaraderie, and we can do that as well. Find somebody who you enjoy the company with. You can, I met, friends at the gym. You can meet friends at church, at work, whatever. You can meet people. You can meet people. Find, similar interests. I volunteered at a polo. It was a polo match. I think it was a polo match or something. I think that's what it's called. I don't really know the title of it, but I just saw it and I was like, you know what? I've never been to a polo match before, but let me volunteer. So then I would volunteer, and then like when it's a certain time, I forgot what it was called. Oh my God. But at a certain time, you go down to the field and you open up the bottles of champagne. So I had to like hurry up and do it. I think I don't even know. It might be called chucking or something. It's been a few years. So you go down to the field and you open up the bottles of champagne, and then the people come out and then you serve them the champagne. It was so cool. So now every time I open up a bottle of champagne, I think about that when I volunteered at the polo match. And I still have a friend from there. We don't see each other, but my office is located in her same city. And I just, every time I think about that, I think about like the champagne and, how, she was like, you open it this way, you move and this, that. It was just so much fun. It's just so much. I just really enjoyed it. So find somebody that you have something similar in common with. It's usually, for me, it's usually like been exercise, like the gym, and, they become my clients, and, we do things. It's just amazing. It's just amazing when you have people who have your same thought process, who think like you do, who want to be positive, and it's just amazing. I mean, I'm sure you guys know that friendships are are great, and spending time with people and doing different things, it's a wonderful thing. But it takes effort to do that, because we can like sit in our houses and say, oh man, this is not going right. I want to do it this way and I want to do it that way, but I don't have anybody to do it with. But it takes time. Just like you're moving toward that femininity, it'll take time to find the right friends to do things with. So I just wanted to put that side note on there. And then number 3 is hold firm to God. Okay, so it's very likely that your faith in God is what brought you through the other darkness. So, go toward God. So we are, like I said, we're going through these difficult and different times now. So put your faith in God, just think about the goodness of him, do your prayer, just sit quiet in his presence, and then just feel the calmness in your life. Just feel that, just don't go reaching for something, but just reach for God, and then all these things, it'll just come to you, and it'll just, I don't know, like, I'm not really real versed on the verses, go to this chapter or anything like that. I'm not really good at that, but I just know that, when you have, God in your life, it can just bring a calming effect to you, and you can just put things in perspective without, going too high strung, without being like illogical, because as feminine women, we want to be logical and base our decisions on what it is and not on our feelings, because, we can get into our feelings, right? All right. Number 4, just leading to that, is to think logically and not with our emotions. We want to be logical, okay? Make an effort, make a conscious effort, okay, to separate thinking and reasoning, okay? We got thinking and reasoning over here, and then we got our feelings over here. So you want to stay closer to this side. I don't know if you can see me over there. I want you to stay closer to this side where you are thinking logically. Think logically and put things in order. Otherwise, you're going to start believing that you can't ever accomplish anything, that you ever can't get out of your darkness. That will lead to that anxiety. So you don't want to do that, because logically, that you can overcome this. You can overcome. So you'll start to feel yourself being lifted out of this darkness. You'll start feeling that. And then it'll allow yourself to practice that joy, because it takes the practice. Because you may feel yourself, going back into like, oh man, because naturally you may say, man, I'm being down in the dumps. I'm not feeling great about this. But, once you come out of that and then practice your joy, it'll be easier to do it. But you have to want to do it, and you have to practice doing it. Okay? So use these ideas to help you start thinking about the various ways that you can bring joy into your life, and you're going to enjoy it. So enjoy life. Life is to be enjoyed. Life is to be, you have fun, laugh about things, giggle about things. I mean, go to the logical side of it instead of like the emotions. Go to that. Go and, and think about it. But then you don't want your thoughts to take control of what you're going through either. You don't want to like go all on your thoughts, and because it'll go like on down one rabbit hole to the next. But you want to just say, okay, wait a minute. What would, a person do that wants this to happen? So you got your list and you want certain things to happen. So you're going toward that list, and you're going toward like, okay, this is what I have to do A, B, C, X, Y, Z, and instead of like getting your feelings involved in it. Okay. So I want to share this with you today, guys. So this is overcoming anxiety, and that will bring you joy. Overcome anxiety with joy. Overcome anxiety with joy. And I want to also to remind you to like, subscribe, ring the bell. Okay. Follow me on social media at Vanisha Weston. Be sure to get my freebie. I'll have it in my link. And also look out for my courses that are coming soon. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.